Welcome back to Stole My Line, a Fireside film podcast. I am Grant.
And I am Drew, and I am sweating profusely
yeah, this is
right
pretty
now.
bad. Still way too hot for a fire. I don't know how much longer we can take this.
It is only July 15th.
We're so cooked. We're so cooked. But I'm so glad to be here. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm really excited.
Me too, because today we are talking about
Superman. We're talking about James Gunn's Superman.
Yeah. We are late to the party. Very sorry.
4 days.
4 days.
We are late, but only 4 days late.
Yeah, we couldn't see it. I was out of town, so we couldn't get a Thursday night episode out. Sorry about that, guys. But I am just so freaking stoked.
Yeah, and then again, just to clarify the structure of this podcast, every Thursday evening, an episode will be dropping.
Yes.
And it'll be, we post it on Instagram, the month schedule.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want us to watch something, suggest it. We might throw it in August. But every Thursday an episode will drop. And then if there's a culturally relevant movie that comes out, such as Superman, Fantastic Four, whatever, as soon as possible, that episode will come out. But every Thursday, guaranteed, there will be an episode.
And you'll see on our releases, this one says new release by it, whereas like the weekly watches say weekly watched by it. So I'm very excited about this. Let's just dive right in.
Let's go straight in.
General feelings, we're spoiler free right now. General feelings about this film.
I think a big thing you need to know about this movie is context.
Yes.
At least for me. And here's the context of James Gunn, DCU, and the state of superheroes right now, from my perspective.
Yes.
I think superhero movies right now they're declining.
Rapidly.
In quality and in engagement and in all the metrics.
Yes.
On a general scale. I think the DCU has pretty much always been trash. It's kind of been the laughingstock of the superhero community.
Mm-hmm.
But James Gunn
has been a bright spot.
He has been a bright spot in the DCU and in superhero media.
Yeah, because he did
in
Marvel.
General.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is very beloved.
The Guardians trilogy is one of the best MCU installments.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And then his Suicide Squad is probably the best DCU
I have
movie.
not seen it.
I watched it recently just to gear up for Superman, and I liked it.
Okay.
Now, James Gunn has a very unique
style
and specific style, which I'll be interested to get into versus Superman.
I'm getting eaten alive, guys.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes left and right, but we're rolling. I agree, and I think this is something I'm going to say about his style is that I think it fits superhero movies very well. I think it fits comic book movies.
Yes, I agree.
This is something I left from this movie feeling like that was a comic book movie, you know? And I think at times he like wanted it to feel that way. Like there's this whole scene, which is in the trailer, so this is not a spoiler, where like there's this big galactic fight happening in the background, and you know Superman and Lois are talking and stuff, and it just felt like a comic book. I overall feel positive about this film. In my context, yes, Drew just gave the context for all the superhero stuff. I have not gone in theaters to see a superhero movie since, I'm trying to think, like live action, probably Shang-Chi. And like, it's probably been 4 years.
Okay.
Like, I guess maybe it was No Way Home after that.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw Multiverse of Madness. It's been a long time for me. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
I think I'm more tapped into superheroes right now than you are.
Yes, you are. It's not a bad thing.
No, I think it's... Yeah.
Another thing is I've never seen a Superman movie, but this movie, I feel like, because it was originally titled Superman Legacy. That was the thing, right?
True.
I think James Gunn really wanted to establish Superman as Superman. Like, that's what he was trying to do in this movie. Mm-hmm. And I would say he succeeded, and we can dive more into that, but that is a little bit of my background going into my viewing of this movie. So
I think my review, no spoilers, it is good. I have some problems though.
Yeah, I do too.
But I think it is good. It's a good movie. I think you should go watch it.
Yeah,
sure.
but I left the theater enjoying. Like I was like, oh, that was good. Like,
sure, yeah.
And I have not left that like a theater feeling that from a superhero movie in a long time. Nor have I really had interest to go to a theater and watch a superhero movie until Superman started getting promoted.
Interesting. Okay.
So, and this was before we knew we were going to talk about it on the podcast. I was like, I think I want to go see Superman. Like I was already kind of going to go see it. So yeah, positive. We have some questions that we want to do in our spoiler-free section too, from some of our viewers. So,
should we do spoiler-free, or should we release the spoilers so we can talk specifically? I think we should release spoilers.
Let me look at these questions really quick.
Because one of the questions I think needs...
I think we can... Should we ask the DCU question?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, this is a spoiler-free question that Ethan Johnston asked us. Shout out
Ethan. I love you.
Thank you so much for your question. Was this film given more grace because it was the first DCU film, judged harsher if Marvel? So I think he's referring to the reviews for this movie are good. It made, I think, what, $117 million in the opening weekend. Like,
yeah,
it was a successful film. So I think that's a good question. And then I think something I think about, like, are we judging Marvel too harshly now because it's Marvel? Like, would maybe some Marvel films, should they not be glanced over? I don't know. I haven't seen many of the recent ones, but I want to hear your thoughts on this question.
I think this is a super interesting conversation. I think post-Endgame, Marvel significantly fell off, just in terms of quality. I think that's not debatable. I think everybody agrees with that mostly. I think there are standouts. I think Guardians 3 is a standout for sure.
I like Shang-Chi. I thought that one was
Shang-Chi
decent.
is good. I think Thunderbolts was good.
I haven't seen that one.
I didn't think it was great. Lots of people think it was like phenomenal. I thought it was good.
Okay.
But I think as a whole, now Marvel is looked at with a magnifying glass.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
And any miss Marvel has, they're like, oh, that was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
like Marvel's falling off.
Yeah,
they need to
shocker,
stop
Kevin
it.
Feige missed again. So I think if this was a Marvel movie, it would not get as good reviews.
Okay.
And it would be. I think the flaws would stand out more than the positives.
Yeah, but this is what I'm going to say. Is that it's like this question is almost pointless because Superman is so not a Marvel character.
It's true.
Like this movie, like I'm trying to think of who would kind of cross over and like, I mean maybe kind of Captain America, but his powers are so different. Like Superman's lore and his story is so well known that it's hard for me to think of like this is any sort of Marvel movie. You know?
I think Superman is so iconic too. And I think I would say 85% of people know that Superman's not Marvel.
Yeah. I would agree. I think yes, it was probably judged lighter, but I also think it was probably judged a little more fairly, like because this is also marketed as like this is the first DCU like saga film, and I think people saw it as that, and it did a good job of like introducing like, hey, this is a universe we're gonna play around in for a few years, you know. So I don't know. Great question, Ethan. We have another question, but let's get into just straight up spoilers.
I think we should.
Likes and dislikes.
Superman dies.
I got.
No,
he?
he
I was like, I don't remember that happening. I promise I saw this. I saw this movie. Do you want me to start out?
Yeah, you go.
I said this movie lacks realism.
Well, hold on. Are we gonna answer the question?
Oh, you want to do the question first? Let's do it.
I don't care.
Is it woke?
Is it woke?
Okay. We're not talking about politics on this podcast at all. This movie has been talked about in political circles.
It's true.
And this is my view on this. Do you want to go first?
You go first.
I don't think this movie is woke in our world. Is this movie maybe woke in its own in-universe politics? It could be. But in our world, no. And here's why. There's been talk of like, and I'm not saying sides or anything, but like Superman is a story about an alien coming to our world and does he belong and all this stuff. But that has always been part of Superman's story.
Yeah.
Like in the first Superman movie, that was part of his story. In the comics, that was part of his story. And I never left this movie feeling like there was a political undertone to him being here. I'm like, I feel like it was just very normal. Like, I don't think it was trying to say anything about like politics. I kind of felt like it was just a normal conflict set in universe. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
No, I think if you take the movie just as the movie, not woke at all, almost at all. I mean, I think there's definitely some things where you can be like, oh, I get what they're doing there.
Sure.
But I don't think it took a side. I think the point of the movie was Superman is here to save lives, which has always been Superman's thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to disagree with that from a political perspective, be my guest, but no one's going to do that.
I kind of think that people who see it as woke or see it as political this or that are projecting. Like, I think they're trying to put politics onto the movie. That's my take. I have seen the movie. I know enough about politics. I know enough about the conversation around this movie. I think it's incorrect. But hey, great question. Sorry, let me get your name up here.
Irene.
Irene, thank you so much. I lost your question, Irene. But thank you so much for your question. All right, do you want to do likes and dislikes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm so interested.
Okay, likes. Do you want to start out, actually?
I'll start out.
Okay.
All right, likes and dislikes. I think I have a lot for both.
Okay.
I don't know which one I should start with.
Just start with likes.
Start with likes. So I've seen the original Superman movie, Snyder's Man of Steel, and then this one.
Okay.
I think James Gunn understands the character the best in a modern sense. I think the original one is good too.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking at modern Superman takes, I think James Gunn nailed the heart of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the context of the superhero conversation right now, it was almost kind of like a screw you to The Boys, and there's been an obsession ever since Marvel's been falling off of Homelander and Omni-Man and these anti-Superman.
Yeah.
That are super dark and edgy. And I think Snyder kind of went with that.
Yeah.
Even though this was before. I think honestly, Snyder's dark interpretation kind of sparked all this.
I mean, you kind of got to think a little bit about how successful Chris Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy was.
Yeah.
Very gritty, dark, I don't know, just high contrast. That type of superhero movie was a little... I mean, I know Marvel was doing its own thing, but that was also its own popular thing.
Its own brand, for sure.
Yeah, so...
I think James Gunn looked at all of that and said, no. Which I respect highly, and I think the movie is better off for it.
I also think he'd be going against his style if he had done the dark, gritty thing, too.
I agree, yeah. I think all the characters, I thought the acting was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought, especially Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah,
I thought he killed it.
I
thought
honestly,
he did so good.
I thought he was great, and I know, his character was kind of corny at times, but, I just found him so watchable.
Mm-hmm.
I almost couldn't look away from him. And I did think he was a great Lex Luthor. I don't have attachment to any version of Lex. So watching him, I was like, yeah, this is I buy him as this universe's Lex Luthor, even if I'm not attached to the character at all.
I thought David Cornsweet and whoever plays
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah. Rachel Brosnahan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought their chemistry was so good.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Honestly, best superhero couple, maybe. Top 3. I thought it was good.
Yeah. That's a discussion for not this episode, but I did think it was very good.
That's probably all my positives.
Okay. Can I go through my
positives? Yeah, you should go
positives?
through your positives.
So I'm going to go ahead and agree with David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. I thought they were great. I wrote this down as kind of general stuff, but I bought David Cornsweet as Superman. I don't know him. I don't think I've seen him in anything. If I have, I don't remember it. So I kind of was only seeing him as Superman, and he was Superman to me. I was not thinking of him as sometimes you think of actors playing these characters, and you're like, okay, but it's the actor. I kind of think of him.
Every time you see RDJ, you're like, that's RDJ, and
yeah.
Whatever.
And there are other versions of that. So I bought him as Superman. He never once broke the facade of Superman to me. I was never okay, this is bad writing or this is bad acting or anything like that. I also put that I loved Nicholas Hoult.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 other things. One, the first thing I said was the lack of realism grounds it. And
that's intriguing.
I know. This movie it's not realistic.
No, it's not.
It's just so not. And sometimes I'm trying to think of a good example. Maybe Spider-Man Homecoming or a very grounded kind of he's a small hero and everything's very small. And I kind of thought Superman would maybe be like that. It's just him and Lex.
Yeah, but no.
No, this movie was going...
The whole world.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
But it kind of made the universe feel very lived in. you're kind of just picking up a random comic.
Mm-hmm.
And in all of that, I wrote in my little notes that James Gunn is very good at writing human characters in inhuman situations.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I was
That's
poetic.
a good quote. You should
Thank
put that
you.
on a T-shirt or something.
Anyway, but I thought that this was a great representation of that.
I think that's true.
I think the stuff that Clark, Superman, was going through was a very human, good versus evil struggle in obviously very inhuman situation. We got a pocket universe and we've got all sorts of characters with superpowers, but I don't know. I felt like we were kind of hopping in the world that was very established, and it grounded the movie for me. It didn't worry too much about explaining the whole world. It was just like, here's the world. You can figure it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I'll say is this film is not scared to be hopeful.
Yes, that's another one that I
And
had for sure.
I think that's where it's strongest in a lot of ways, is that Superman is a representation of hope. I think about the scene where the kid is holding the flag and stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah, and
it's
honestly,
so good.
that turned me up a little
Yeah.
bit. I'm like Superman.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was so bought in. So I don't know. I think those were all my positives. Hit me with your negatives.
Hit me with your okay. I think there's an equal amount. I think it was too James Gunny
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
I mean, there's one specific example that I have, but I think there's lots of moments where there was jokes that didn't land.
Okay.
Again, James Gunn has such a specific style, and I wish that he could just pivot from that a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep all the good that is a James Gunn movie,
Yeah.
but then, this isn't Guardians, this isn't Suicide Squad.
Yes.
That's a very different vibe than I think this should have been.
Yeah.
So I think all the jokes, and I think there's one specific moment that just, kind of broke my soul a little bit, is when Nicholas Hoult is giving his monologue.
Yeah.
And he's killing it, and it's so good. And then Crypto comes and takes him away. I'm like, you're kidding, bro.
I didn't get hung up on that scene, but I see how it could have bugged you. I kind of thought it was funny.
No.
Because, I don't know.
I thought,
I agree with you in retrospect. Yeah, that was probably a little just let the movie breathe a little bit. I also was kind of in the boat though. I wanted Lex to be beat up the whole movie. So to see Crypto do it, I was kind of like, yeah, freak that guy. I don't like that dude. No, I get where you're coming from though. From a writing standpoint, there's definitely a critique there. So
I think Crypto's inclusion also felt
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, James Gunn has a dog. Oh, Crypto or Superman has a dog. We should put a dog in the movie.
Yeah, it's like Rocket Raccoon. He wanted a cool creature.
Yeah, exactly.
Rocket's not a great one-to-one, but there's stuff like that. He's got to have some sort of creature in there.
But I just don't feel like Crypto added. I just feel like he was comic relief and kind of bad comic relief.
Cute, maybe, but not super cute.
Yeah.
Not oh, it's an adorable, cute toy seller. It's not really that either. So, I don't know. Yeah.
And then, I think some of the CGI was another, and I got the specific example is when he's in the pocket dimension and he's in the pixelated river.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, what are we doing here? It just felt. I feel like there were lots of clashing tones, and I think that's kind of what made this movie fall short for me from being great. Of you had the comedy, then you had the drama aspect with Lois and Superman, and then the heart behind it, which I thought was good, but I thought was kind of the comedy kept trying to jab at the heart of the movie.
Yeah. I think all that is fair criticism. I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. I kind of turned off my brain to the CGI a little bit, which is kind of unlike me. I kind of just bought in all right, this movie's full of CGI. I'm just not going to think about it much because also a man is flying. It's not going to look
that is
realistic.
True.
So I kind of just turned my brain off for the movie, and it made me enjoy it more. But, the fact that you have to do that sometimes, there were a lot of moments where it was jarring. I definitely agree. My dislikes, there were a few times, I can't remember specific scenes, but there were a few times that the movie just over-explained stuff. Just kind of needless exposition of this is who Superman is or whatever. And I'm like, okay, there were times where it just felt unnecessary. I can't pick out a specific scene. I kind of forgot about it. But the other, this is kind of in line with maybe some of the CGI stuff. Maybe it's just the pocket dimension scene. But I'm like, I think the film gets a little too big at times. Like, there's one moment where Superman's about to get sucked into a black hole.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And the whole scene where he's fighting himself felt a little shoehorned in there.
I'd agree.
Like, I get that you kind of have to have a bad guy for him to fight because, you know, if he
punches Lex, it's like it's over.
And I do think Lex had to have a good plan against Superman. That was maybe the best way to do it. But I don't know. It felt a little shoehorned in there. Like, there was a lot going on. And I think a lesser writer, the film would have buckled under how much was going on. I think of Amazing Spider-Man 2 where there's like so many villains and so much going on, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think there's a version of Superman that could have buckled under its own weight like that movie did.
I mean, my mom watching the trailer was like, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know how they're going to... And that was coming from my mom who's seen maybe 4 superhero movies, maybe 5. But she was like, I can't keep up with all this. I'm not going to go see this movie. I'm like, okay, well...
Yeah. Well, I think that ties the bow on our likes and dislikes. I still think I'm very positive on this movie. Do you want to go into our rating of this movie?
I still haven't decided. I've literally been thinking about it since I've seen it.
I've decided, and because I do think this movie is very strong.
Yeah.
Because like I think about the feeling I had when I left the theater, and I was like, that was a good movie. Like I enjoyed that. I had a good time, and I also do think that there were some really great things that you would want to see on a big screen. So for me, I'm kind of pushing hey, go see it on a big screen. Like, you know, it's not. Maybe you don't need to own it or whatever. Yeah, maybe you could wait for streaming, but I really think if you went and saw it on the big screen, that's a good way to go see this movie.
I think if you care about superheroes and if you are invested in this specific culture, for sure go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
If it's just your average Joe, I don't feel like you're going to get anything new out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fair.
I think it's good, but I don't think it's like I think of like Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Of like, even if you're not a superhero guy, I think you will get something out of this movie because it's that good. I think if you're a superhero guy, this will be good. But other than that, I don't know. I mean,
yeah. The other thing I'll say is this movie is probably more enjoyable on a big screen. Like, you
I
would
would
probably
agree.
have a better time watching it.
Yeah, for sure.
On a big screen. So if you're like, hey, I want to go see this movie, you would enjoy it more seeing it in a movie theater than on streaming. Whereas there are other movies, it's like, it's probably the same either way.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
So, where do you want to land on?
I would say go see it in theaters.
Okay.
That's my rating.
Okay, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of bickering about that one.
No.
Any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts of Super. Okay, here's my one question for you.
Hit me.
James Gunn has said in multiple interviews that he wants his universe to be very tonally contrasting. So where Superman exists as its own thing, Batman exists at its own very different tone. I mean, the next DCU movie is a Clayface horror movie. Like an R-rated Clayface horror movie. And it's like, do you think that could work?
I think it could because, I mean, his own tone is very contrasting. I'm just going to have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, that's good. It's fair.
When you start to get into the Justice League realm of things.
Exactly.
And, like I don't even see Robert Pattinson's Batman. I know it's not the same. I know we'll have a different Batman, all this stuff. But, like, I think about something of that tone clashing with this Superman. It's like, it's kind of hard for me to jump there.
I don't know if it can.
And maybe the one good thing about Snyder's DCEU, whatever that junk was, is it was pretty tonally consistent.
It was totally consistent.
Like, it kind of felt like all these beings are in the same world. And Marvel kind of did that for a long time, too. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to see it to believe it. But for right now, I'm relatively bought into the DCU. I'm interested.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I have not said about superhero movie or genre in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think James Gunn's, like, patchwork idea is super fresh and intriguing, and I think it will get a lot of people hooked. But if he's trying to swing for like a Justice League movie or like an Avengers level event, which I hate to coin it that way, but that's what it is. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on our Superman review.
Let us know what you think if you've seen it.
Yes, we can at least answer more questions on Instagram. if nothing else. If you have questions or thoughts or anything, feel free to either DM us on Instagram or email us at stolemylinepod@gmail.com. And tune in for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the movie we're going to be talking about
Thursday.
this Thursday. So yeah,
I'm excited.
Thank you guys. You want to say our tagline?
I don't remember.
All right, take a break, enjoy a film. We'll catch you next time.